Got money on my mind, I swear I'm gonna win, even if it kills me. I got money on my mind, the only way I'm gonna rest is if these motherfuckers kill me. I got money on my mind.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. Now, many of you are probably aware that I'm always going on about my E60 drives perfect, and I'm always telling you guys how like my E60 isn't the same like everyone else's E60, and people think that I'm obviously lying and that mine can't be nowhere near as perfect. So I haven't really done a video with my E60 for quite a bit now, so I thought I'll do a video and I'm just going to show you guys, and I'm actually going to take you with me on a drive of this car. I've been waiting for the sun to go down because it's been very hot here, and I've just been wanting to go out of view. I'm going to put you on my head cam and I'm going to show you how my car drives. You're going to see it and you can watch all the road and everything with me. So as you'll see, this is my E60 and I washed it today. And look how nice and shiny it's come out. And yes, as many of you will not be aware, the M badge is now gone, which I took off. And this is the car in all its glory, being cleaned. You know, we've done the exhaust on it. You know, we've done the spoiler on it, the HIDs as well, which I'll show you. You know, this car's had a lot of work done to it, and now it's like literally mint condition. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out with me and I'm going to show you exactly how my car drives and how nice it sounds. And it's probably one of the best E60 530Is anywhere in the UK because of the way I've looked after this, and not many people can look after them, as I always say, to this kind of potential. As you'll see right up there, my name's now above on the car. This car's changed a lot since the last time you saw it. Like I say, got the exhaust system. We're planning to go and have a quad exhaust system done on it once I get the carbon fiber diffuser. So we've got quite a lot coming up for this car still. So guys, so like I said, what we're going to be going out and doing is just showing you how my car drives, that there's no knocks, no squeaks, the steering's nice and tight, there's no engine management lights. As you hear, the nice burble from the exhaust, you know, the car just purrs like an absolute kitten. This car is a pleasure to drive and a pleasure to own, and obviously I wouldn't ever regret, even if I sold this, it would probably be still one of the best 530Is come even next year. But like I say, I'm just going to take you out and show you how it sounds, how it drives with the exhaust system, as obviously I haven't really shown you since I've actually bought this car. Well, sorry, since I've actually done exhaust on this car and done a lot to it, I haven't actually shown you guys since I've done the race chip how it drives, how it performs now. But it completely has transformed this car. And I just want you guys to see right there as well, I don't know if you can see the xenons on the headlights as well on this camera, but they look perfect as well on the car. They really transform the whole car, and they're the xenons on the car. And as you'll probably see on my number plates, you'll probably see my name there as well, which is on the number plate, and it's also on the rear, which I'll show you, which is right there as well. As you see, it's legal here to have that. These are custom made plates. Let's go and take this out and I'm gonna put you on my head and you'll get to see the whole car. So guys, as you'll see here, we're now just gonna drive the car, and as you'll see, my car changes gear nicely, as you'll see, and obviously it drives like a dream. Like I said, when you're looking at it, and yes, I do have half a tank of fuel, never ever let this car go right low. I always keep it on at least half a tank. This is how you avoid the rough idle problem, by letting it drag all the crap into the injectors. And as you'll see, it just drives very nice, the car. There's no rough idle, no nothing. It's super smooth, super quiet, changes perfectly. But if I need the power, I can press down and it will go. But as you're seeing right here, there's just nothing to it. The car just drives and performs properly. There's no knocks from the suspension, no nothing. No knocks. The steering's perfectly straight where the alignment's been done, and obviously my tires. The exhaust growls properly. There's no vibration coming through the car from the exhaust as well. If you're here, you can probably hear there's no droning sound coming through the car, which most exhausts would give. And as you'll see, we're just going to go up through the country. This is how nice this car drives. You know, 159,000 miles, as you can probably see there, and there's just no sign of it. This car feels like still 50,000 miles. But you got to remember, this is a very well looked after car. This is not your average ragged around piece of crap that most people get. Like, as I said to you, you know, if I need the power of the car, it comes in immediately. There's no lag on the car, and that's without even using the chip. As you know, I got the car drives absolutely faultless, and you probably can hear the exhaust. As you'll see here, obviously we don't have really speed limits here. so we can go as fast as we want. So as you'll see, you know, the car just picks up speed immediately. We don't need to be worrying about, oh, it's cutting out or it's misfiring or any of the sort. It fires properly on all cylinders. The car goes when you need it to go. You know, it's powerful when you need it to be. Like I say, my iDrive still works. As I said to you guys, I've rebuilt that system. You know, the most common things you've got to look for on these cars is the timing not advancing thanks to the Vanos solenoid. Once you're updating, you've got the proper solenoids, this car runs like a dream. I'll show you in a minute when we pull over and we stop. You'll see even when we stop, the idle is so smooth even in D. Like you see here, it goes through all the gears nicely. There's no jerking for the gears change smoothly. You know, one thing about these cars, if you buy them, you have to come and see them and you have to check everything from the heated seats, all the electronics. These cars have a lot of electronics and it's the most plagued problem on these. If that's all fine, engine wise, you're gonna get a solid car, because these cars, they make the engine perfect, isn't hard. These engines are very easy to maintain. Like I said, they are expensive based on the water pump and thermostat and the solenoids, but apart from that, there's nothing much to really go wrong on this car. This car's, you know, solid, it performs well. It's still a quick car for what it is today, 258 bhp. You know, most cars coming out now don't even have that. You know, it's going to take a long time of other manufacturers to catch up with that kind of bhp. This car's way advanced, way ahead of his time with the Valvetronic system. And obviously the Valvetronic system makes a whole different, it's a whole game changer on this car just alone. You know, like I said, now we're going to see here, I'm just going to put it in sport mode as well, and then you'll see how the difference is. You know, now I'm putting it in sport mode, and as you'll see right there, it changes gear perfectly, guys, and it also shifts. Now I know a lot of you guys in the US, your cars won't be this perfect, but that's because a lot of you use a lot of cheap parts. Mine hasn't got cheap parts, hence why my one drives very well and keeps up to date, you know, with most cars, and it's still very quick for what it is. The power is immediately there when I need it. My car hasn't been treated like crap. It was before I got it. I restored nearly this whole car, and as you just saw there, the power comes in immediately. You probably heard the exhaust, the note of it. As soon as it starts advancing the timing, it really does go. Like I say, I can't say the same for a lot of 530s, because I know there's a lot out there. Same as 630i we get here in the UK, same as 330i, none would probably run as well as this one. And that's mainly because people can't afford to run them. People can't afford to keep the upkeep of them like this. But luckily, like I said, because of what I do, because of my trade discount, the upkeep for me is very easy. For a lot of other people, that's not possible. But like I said, the suspension's perfect, because like I said, I renewed all the drop links on this car when I bought it. You know, I've done all the tires, the brakes have been sorted. This whole car has been very well sorted. You'll be very hard pressed to find another 530i in this condition anywhere in the US, in the UK, and I can say that because I know that. You know, and Nathan's got his 528xi, not even is this perfect. Like I say, guys, you know, the car just keeps up with whatever you push it at. Whatever you want this car to do, it will do. You know, whatever speed you want it to do, this car is very quick. I don't go around redlining it every day. I have no need to, but if I need it to be powerful, it will be powerful. But I don't really use this car set that much now. I usually use the E46. But obviously I'm in two minds about keeping this car still. I'm not too sure if I want to sell it. As I said, this car just drives absolutely faultlessly. As you see, I've got no engine light coming up. You know, it downshifts when I'm going downhill. You know, there's not many gearboxes that do that. Like I say, this gearbox has been serviced in his life, so it's something I ain't had to do. You know, there's not many cars that I can tell you right now for a fact that has no lights on the dash. You know, most cars you will get in this day and age will always have a light on the dash as well, and especially with BMs, either a traction control light, a brake pad wear sensor light, an engine management light. You know, my car, you guys have seen many times, I don't have any fault codes, not shadow, not faults, no nothing on this car. This car drives like a flipping dream, and like I say, I will say it again, you'll be very hard pushed to even find one near as mint as mine. And that, like I say, is because I took the time out, I put the money in, I invested into this car, and it's come out what I wanted it to be. You know, and that's what stops me wanting to sell it, because as I said, it's all custom, the same as the exhaust. This has all been custom made for me. Someone might not like the spoiler, another person does. This is how it is, the same with the exhaust. Someone might think this is too quiet and want it more louder. That's the whole point of being custom made. But as you guys see, this is my car. You've seen me drive it. Like I say, I don't need to lie to you. Last time we did the chip, I didn't really show you guys too much about it. But as you guys are seeing, the mileage is 159,000 miles. You know, it drives absolutely faultless. As I said to you, if I want power, it will give power immediately. I don't need to worry about that. You know, most cars you kick down, it feels like you ain't getting no power. But I'll tell you guys, a lot of that is because you're Vanos solenoids. You use cheap Vanos solenoids and it will not advance as quick as like that. You know, I use BMW genuine solenoids. I'm using beer, you know, the update. I've got the update running on this car, the lot. Everything I've done to this car has all been done by me. It hasn't got no dealers, no, you know, garage fees on it. Everything is all done by me and me only. Every repair on this car, because I know it's been done properly. Like I said to you, know, bearing in mind my oil filter housing gasket leaked on this, I had to change it. I used the cheap part, never again. I went straight to BMW, paid £50, got the original gaskets, and I ain't leaking anymore. And that's what it takes, guys. I mean, if you took that to a garage, you'd be spending £800 twice. Do you really want to do that? No. And they're not going to use genuine BMW part, you know, but I did. And like I said to you, it all varies of the parts you use as well to make your engine strong. And that's what mine is. Mine is very strong. You see here, the car just growls, does its thing, gets round the bends properly. I don't have to worry about it sliding out or going all over the place, or it's not going to get round the bend. It goes round the bend perfectly, as you see right there. It kicks down when I need it to. It does what I need the car to. And like I said, I've took this to London about 50 times, and you know what? It hasn't let me down once. You know, I don't know how many people can say the same thing. This car has been faultless the whole way. Everywhere I've gone 400 miles out, 500 miles out. I will take this car all the way around the world if I wanted to, because I know this car will get me there. There's not, like I said, many 530i's in this country or anywhere I can say the same for. You know, this car just drives absolutely incredible. And when you want it silent, it can be silent as well. It doesn't have to be loud. As you see here, you know, there's no shake from my steering, no nothing. I can go around the corners at whatever speed I want and then take the corners, and it goes around perfectly, as you guys see there. So guys, I'm just going to show you again, and this is in sport mode. And as you'll see right there, the car just takes right off. You know, there's just nothing that this car can't do for you. It'll go around the bends perfectly. You can corner perfectly, and this is the whole difference with M Sport. A lot of you guys in America don't get this, but so you don't get this power band because you don't have the fuel for it. But obviously I run Shell V Power 99, which makes this car super quick, as you'll see there, because obviously it picks up power a lot more quicker, and it obviously gives better handling as well of the M Sport suspension. And obviously you've got to factor in, you've got the aerodynamics kit, which means you can cut through the speed in, makes it a lot lighter to go around corners. You know, it's just a lot of pleasure to drive, especially the M Sport. Like I say, I don't think I can say the same for the standard one. Like I say, we had the standard E60 one that never drove like mine. And as you'll see right there, we are now right up some car's arse. And obviously they don't like that round here when I do this, but I can't help it. This is just how quick this car is. So guys, like you've seen, this is my E60, my 530i. I thought I'd just do a video showing you guys exactly how it drives. You guys have now come with me just on a test drive. You've seen it where it kicks down. Like I said, I just used the normal sport mode. I didn't really use the chip, which is right here. I didn't feel like I had the need to. You guys can easily see here, my car drives faultless. You know, it's like I said, I'll say it again, it's one of the best cars, the best 530i's anyone's ever gonna get, engine wise and performance wise. You know, like I said, I would like to see your guys' comments and let me know if any of yours drive like this. I know a lot of people on my N52 reliability video have said that they've got no problems, no rough idle, nothing, using Shell V Power. So I just want to know if their ones drive the same, if they get any issues. If they do, just let me know what issues it is. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video coming on the toy with me and my E60 530i. As you'll see, this is my car right here. This is the car we just took the test drive in. You know, and you've just seen how immense these cars can be when looked after correctly. Like, you would think this car's just come out of the showroom yesterday. That's how well it performs. Like I say to you before, I don't know how many guys can actually say that the E60 drives like this. They're 530i. People think they're bad, and that's why a lot of people go for the diesels here in the UK. But these cars are actually great. The 530i is very, very good engine. And like I say, I can't fault it. This is why I like this car. This is what stops me not wanting to sell it. Like I said, guys, it's probably one of the best cars like I say, you'll ever get for what they're worth these days and how much they cost. They cost very little money. This is probably one of the best cars you're ever going to get for your money, a 530i. They're reliable, it's 6-cylinder engine, it's punchy when you need it to be, you know, and like I said, the exhaust has transformed the whole car on this. Since I've done the exhaust system, it's transformed the car majorly. So guys, like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and before many of you ask, if you are wanting any of the decals, I've got loads of them available. We can send them out. We just want basically a donation for the channel itself. These can be sent out. We have loads of them available, and like I say, we've got them on quite a few cars already going around in the UK. As I said to you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this drive. Come with me on my E60. Thank you very much for watching. This BMW Doctor here, and goodbye.